Welcome to icy Greenland. I hope you brought your coat. It's really cold up here in the Arctic. Greenland is an island that's the biggest island in the world, almost a quarter of the size of the United States. But only 56,000 people live here. That's because 80% of Greenland is covered by a sheet of ice that's almost 2 miles thick. But that ice is melting.
What is causing the ice to melt? Pollution. Pollution occurs when gases, dust particles, and fumes are introduced into the atmosphere in a way that makes it harmful for humans, animals, and plants. We let harmful gas into the environment when we build factories, drive cars, burn garbage, and use electricity. Pollution is making our planet hotter, warming the water in the oceans, and causing the ice sheets and glaciers in Greenland to melt. But why do we care if the ice melts? As ice in the Arctic melts, the sea levels get higher and higher. In less than 100 years from today, the oceans might be high enough to flood all of the cities on the east coast of the United States.
It's starting, Adam, I think. Adam, it's starting.
Oh wait, Jim, this is the big piece is starting to cast. Let me call you back.
Call him back.
Okay.
Now, watch how this tremendous glacier in Greenland calves or breaks away. Glaciers like this one are breaking away because of the warmer water temperature around them that our pollution is causing. The glacier that we just saw break off was the size of Lower Manhattan with all of its skyscrapers, except it's much taller, as if all the skyscrapers have 2 more skyscrapers on top of them. Now picture it breaking off from the rest of New York City. That's what it's like when a glacier collapses and melts into the sea. In the 100 years between 1900 and 2000, 8 miles of glaciers melted away in this area of Greenland. But between 2000 and 2010, 9 miles of glaciers melted. The glaciers melted more in those 10 years than they did in the whole 100 years beforehand. All of this melting ice harms the animals that live in the Arctic, especially the polar bears. Polar bears live on sheets of ice in Greenland. When these ice sheets start to melt, it is dangerous for the polar bears because the ice gets thinner. They sometimes fall through the thin ice into the freezing water below, like this one who just fell through. Even though polar bears can swim, they need strong enough ice nearby to climb onto. This one is having trouble climbing out because the ice he's trying to climb up is so thin it won't support his weight. He'll keep trying though. Phew, he made it. But just because he made it this time doesn't mean that he'll be so lucky the next time.
Greenland is so far away. What can you do to help stop the ice up there from melting? One thing you can do is use less energy on the go. Drive less, walk more, carpool more, use public transportation more. Another thing you can do is use less energy at home. Unplug your chargers when you're not using them. Turn off the TVs and the lights when you're not using them. Now answer your teacher's questions, get the next Shmita letter, and head over to Indonesia. Mr. Barbal is getting hungry.